Now, before starting the actual programming of report development, first have a very short overview of SAP ABAP report. So what is meant by reports? A report is a presentation of data in a organized structure. When we say report, it is a one-way communication through database. Like based on the selection criteria which we are giving, the data is fetched from database and is displayed in the output. Let's see here, this we have a selection screen, and we pass the data from selection screen, and based on that the data is fetched from the database and all the logical operations performed on the application server, and finally the data is presented in the output. This is the one way by just reading the data from database and displaying the output. So this is called a report. So at high level, reports are of only two types for data presentation, that is a classical report and the ALV report. But in both classical ALV, we can make that report as an interactive. So first have a look at classical report. A classical report is created by presenting data in the output screen by using the write statement. Till now, whatever we have seen in the syntax learning, we use the write statement to write the data. So that type of reports are called as the classical report. It is very simple and basic type. Those type of report don't have much functionality like downloading, sorting, filter, etc. So if you remember, we have made one report that is using the control break statement. However, the report is made in a very short time. Okay, but here we don't have functionality like if I want to download this data, so we cannot directly download data into Excel from this report, and we cannot make the filters based on requirement. Let's say I want to filter the value on some particular PO number, some particular material ID I want to filter. So those are features are not there in this type of classical report. Those are very basic report and generally used for displaying only single list. The second is ALV report, that is called as the ABAP List Viewer. SAP provides different ALV function model to display the data. The ALV report has lot of inbuilt functionalities like the sorting, filter, ascending, descending, some at different level, and these type of reports are very commonly used in SAP ABAP for the reporting or data analysis purpose. So have a look at a standard report that is called as the VA05N, that is list of sales order. So this is the selection screen. Based on the selection screen, when we execute, so we can see a report output. So if you observe the difference in a classical report and in the ALV report, the display format is completely changed. We might have the same selection screen and the same database selection logic inside the program, but the presentation make the difference in the ALV and a classical report. Now, as what additional functionality we get here? If you want to download this report, simply right click here and click on spreadsheet, and you can download this data to a spreadsheet. Let me show the output in Excel. So downloading is very simple in ALV report, whereas in classical report it is not possible to easily download all the data in Excel file. We can very easily download data into Excel. Second features are like, say I want to filter on some conditions. Let's say I want to filter on the registration number, that is PO number, where it is test. I will simply right click here and click on filter. You can see the filter value here. All the unique values will come here. So we can easily filter the report based on our requirement. Second, what is meant by interactive? Interactive means from this basic report we can navigate to some other transaction easily. So if you want to display detail of this, I will simply select this record and click on display. This means that user interaction. The user interact with the report and playing and calling the other report. So this type of reports are called as an interactive report, when we are navigating from one list to another. Now, as I mentioned, there are a lot of advantages of this ALV report. So see what other features are there. Here, let's say I want to sum this value. I want to see the value of all at the bottom. So in classical report, we have to write the logic. Okay, we have to write the logic for sum of the values. But here it is very simple. Just select the column which we want to sum and click on this icon. That is total. So you can easily see here the total value. Now let's say I have some other requirement, like I want to sort the order value in the descending order. The order with the highest amount want to see at the top. Simply here we can see as sort in descending. Select the column and click on descending order. So you can see the descending order easily. If you want to sort in the ascending order, just select, let's say document, I want to sort on created on, and just select sort in ascending order. So this will display the record in ascending order. So there are a lot of advantage of using the ALV report. Also, one more advantage is that we can set a different layout. This is a small report, but in real time we might have a big report like 100 column or 50 column, and you want a specific type of layout to be set. So here, let's say I don't want to see all these columns. I will simply select all columns, right click and click on hide. So those columns can be easily hide. This is not possible in case of classical report development. Now I want to save this layout permanently in my system. So for saving this layout, here the option is given like save layout. Simply give us a name, let's say my default, give the description my default. Okay, so first I am not selecting this default setting. Let's check the impact. I have saved this layout, go back and run again. So again I can see the original format. Now how to get my save format which I have saved, save layout. Click here, select layout and select the layout. So we can see our layout which we saved earlier. Now let's think you want by default system should show this layout only. So to set this layout as default, what we have to do, again click on save and here mark this default setting. Once we mark this layout as a default setting, alright, yes, go back. Now this time if I execute report, so we can see by default the layout which we have saved is coming. So like this, there are a lot of advantages of using the ALV report, which give the inbuilt functionality of downloading to Excel, sorting, sum up, filter, etc. So this is all about the types of report in SAP ABAP, and we also seen the what are features in that. So from next session we will start the actual ABAP programming on the report development.